Hey guys, CryptoDad here again, and today I'm going to show you how to set up the Arculus Wallet and store some crypto in it. So let's get started. Alright, so the Arculus Wallet is a new wallet that has three-factor authentication. You've got the card, which holds the private key offline. You have your phone, and you also have the biometrics on the phone. So you need all three of those in order to access crypto on the wallet and send it out. So it's got three factors of security in there. So I'm going to unbox it for you, and then I'll show you how to get it set up and how to transfer some crypto in and how to transfer some crypto out. So let's get started. All right, let's go ahead and open it up and see what we got in the box. Got this little tab here. Pull it out like that. We've got this thank you. All right, so here's our little welcome card. They give us a little diagram over here giving us the best placement depending on our device. All right, we've got the most recent iPhone, so I'll be using this orientation. Give us a little scan code here for taking us over to their website with an app. Okay, and a recovery sheet, which we're going to be using to write down our recovery phrase. All right, looks like they use a 12-word recovery phrase. All right, we've got a little nice sticker here, which we can put somewhere. It's pretty cool. All right, and then, of course, the device itself right here. It's pretty nice. So one of the things that I like about the Arculus system is that the device is very similar to a credit card. I'm going to check out how it works, but before I even get started, the fact that it looks like a credit card and can be stored in my wallet is nice. It's sort of a hiding in plain sight, because I've used Trezor and Ledger hardware devices, and there have been times where I've been carrying the device with me on a trip or for whatever reason. If I were robbed, then I would have to explain the presence of the hardware device. Whereas with the Arculus card, you could be carrying your hardware wallet around with you along with the rest of the cards in your wallet, and a potential attacker may not even realize that you have a hardware device with you. So I kind of like the design of the Arculus hardware device. And this device will hold the private keys and will be needed to authorize any outgoing transactions. All right, so we'll definitely want to back this up over on this card here and keep this card in a safe place separate from your computer and your phone and your Arculus card. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, I'll go ahead and scan this QR code, and it should take me over to the setup. And there we go. All right, so we'll scroll down a little bit. We'll go ahead and download the app. All right, and once we've got that handled, we'll hit open. And we're here in the Arculus app, so let's go ahead and hit get started. Accept terms and conditions. All right, so let's get that card. We'll put it over here. Okay, there we go. I had more luck with the back of the card than I did with the front. Looks like the back of the card is probably the best way to go. All right, and once we've done that, we'll, in this case, we're going to use Create New Wallet. So if you already had a recovery phrase created and you wanted to restore your wallet, you would use a pre-existing 12-word recovery phrase. All right, so let's hit Create New Wallet. All right, we're going to create a PIN code. After we've hit it once, we'll confirm it again. All right, we're going to tap the card again. As I mentioned, I had more luck with the back of the card. And you'll see I could feel a vibration, and it's ready to go. Now I just need to write down this recovery phrase. Right, so I'll just go ahead and put the phone down, and then I'll write down my phrase. keep in mind that this phrase is ordered and it goes from right to left, top to bottom, just like you were reading a book. So we'll start across the top. So make sure that you're writing these in order. Don't do them by column, right? You'll want to write the first row is the first column, and the second row will be the second column according to the numbering scheme here. All right, and once you have that written down, I would suggest that you double check the words to make sure that you've got them correct, that you didn't like misread a word, and make sure that what you've written down is legible. You don't want to be messy because you might need to reread this at some point in the future in an emergency, and you want to make sure that what you've written is legible. Once we've got that done, we'll tap this button here. Go to the next screen. And now the words are down here at the bottom. We just need to tap them in order. And as we tap them in order, they will appear at the top. So just refer to your card. All right, and once you've tapped them all in order, we'll hit confirm. And then we're done. All right, now that we've got the wallet set up, we can just go to the home screen. All right, so before I add any wallets, I'd like to show you some of the settings. If we go up to the top right corner, you'll see that little gear shift icon. These are the general settings of the wallet. We can tap that. All right, so if we check authorization, you can see that there you have a chance to reset your PIN code if you want to change it. All right, and then you also have this ability to enable your biometrics, either your Touch ID or your Face ID. So let's go ahead and enable that. All right. And then we can back out from there. And so what's going to happen when you exit the app, in order to re-enter the app, you'll need to use your biometrics, right? So I'll go ahead and quit the app and go back in. And notice how I had to use my Face ID to enter the app, right? So that is the one of the three factors, right? The biometric factor. So the phone is the second factor, right? I have to have the phone. And then our third factor is this card, which holds the private key. So that's three-factor authentication. Pretty cool. All right, so in the settings, after authorization, we can set our currency. I'm going to leave mine at US dollar, but you could switch it to euro if you wanted to. Little about, so you can learn more about the company. And also you can change themes here from light to dark. I can go ahead and move over to the dark theme. It's pretty cool. And then we've also got the restore function here. So suppose you've lost your card and you need to reconfigure a new card that you bought to your existing wallets. You would do that here. And restore new card, you would restore your wallet from that 12-word recovery phrase. And as you remember, during that process, we paired the card up to the phone, right? So this is what you would do if you lost the card. If we go back out here, now we're back at the wallet interface. We've got this little button that says add assets. If we want to add a wallet, if we tap that, it gives us all the available cryptos that we can manage in our Arculus wallet. So you can see the first one there is Bitcoin, but you also have Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, and XRP, and then several ERC20 tokens that you can also manage in this wallet. I'm assuming that as time goes by, they'll add support for more cryptos, right? But let's go ahead and start with a Bitcoin wallet. All you have to do is tap that little toggle, and you'll enable the Bitcoin wallet. You'll just tap apply here, and you'll enable a Bitcoin wallet. Now, as you can see, I did a little personal test before I did this video, and there's a small balance in this wallet. You'll see an empty balance on your first try, right? It'll just be a zero balance. But I can show you how to move Bitcoin into this wallet, and then I'll show you how to move Bitcoin out of the wallet. So one of the easiest things we can do is kind of a phone-to-phone transfer. So if I want to buy Bitcoin on a phone-based app, like the Coinbase app, I can do that pretty easily by sort of cutting and pasting Bitcoin addresses back and forth on my phone. So let me show you how to do that one. Since this is a phone-based wallet, it makes sense to kind of do a demo on a phone-based app. So in order to get Bitcoin into this wallet, I need to get the address of the wallet, right? It's just like if someone were to want to pay me a check. If they said, okay, Rex, I owe you money, I'll send you a check. What would be their first question? What's your address, Rex? Where do we send the check? So I would give them my home address so they could mail a check to me. That's kind of how the Bitcoin wallet works too. So if I go over to my exchange and I say, you know, I just bought some Bitcoin, I'd like you to send it over to me, their first question will be, well, what's your address? So that's what we're going to do. We're going to tap the Bitcoin wallet, and as you notice here, they've got several buttons, and we'll use the receive button. And that receive button is going to generate a Bitcoin address, and that's the address that I will send Bitcoin to from my exchange, right? So if I want to make a withdrawal from a cryptocurrency exchange, I need the address of my wallet, right? So I can tap that little copy so that it's in my clipboard, and then I can just go over to my Coinbase app, buy a little Bitcoin, and withdraw it from my Coinbase account into my own Bitcoin wallet. Well, you can see here that I already have a little Bitcoin in my Coinbase account. So if I go over to assets, you can see that there's a little bit of Bitcoin in here, and I would like to withdraw it. So I'm sure you guys, if you've been into crypto for any amount of time, know how to trade and buy Bitcoin on Coinbase, right? It's one of the easiest places to buy Bitcoin. But you may not be that familiar with how you actually transfer your Bitcoin out of your account into your own wallet. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So we've got this list of assets here. I'll just tap on Bitcoin, right? And right here, it shows me the current price of Bitcoin, allows me to buy some more Bitcoin by trading if I want to. But if I just tap where it says Bitcoin and the amount that's in there, it'll bring up a finer interface into the Bitcoin wallet. So you see that little icon in the top right that looks like a paper airplane? That is the send Bitcoin option, right? If I tap that little paper airplane, it means I'm just going to throw my Bitcoin like a paper airplane, right? So the first thing they want to know is how much do I want to send? I'll go ahead and send the max, right? The max amount of Bitcoin that I have in my wallet. It depending on how much Bitcoin you have in your Coinbase account, I would not recommend sending large amounts if you're just getting started, right? So if you have $5,000 worth of Bitcoin in your Coinbase account, please don't try sending that whole amount on your first try. Try a small amount. You can send very small amounts of Bitcoin. It's going to cost you some fees, but it's better to learn how to do it and make sure it works before attempting to send like your life savings, right? So even though I'm doing the max, it's a very small amount, right? I'm sending about $37 worth of Bitcoin out of my Coinbase account into my wallet. So now that they have the amount, I'll hit continue. I'm not going to send it to someone else on Coinbase. I'm going to send it to my own wallet. Now, notice that the Coinbase app is smart enough to see that I've already pasted a Bitcoin address into my clipboard. The clipboard is that little temporary area of storage on your phone when you do cut, copy, and paste, right? So I did a copy from my Arculus wallet, and so that Bitcoin address that was in my clipboard is now available to Coinbase. I'll just tap that to fill this up. I can even slide back over here and sort of look at the Bitcoin address of my Arculus wallet and just eyeball it to make sure it's the same address, right? I'll do preview send. It's going to give me an overview of what I'm about to do, the amount of Bitcoin, the Bitcoin address, and the network fee. As you can see, the network fee is pretty small for Coinbase. We'll hit send now. And I need my two-factor authentication for Coinbase. I'll just go over to my Google Authenticator. I'll get that code. I'll tap, copy that code into my clipboard, and slide back over to the Coinbase app, and then I'll tap paste. All right, I'll hit submit. And now I've authorized an outgoing transaction from my Coinbase account from Coinbase into my Arculus wallet. I can hit done here, slide back over to the Arculus wallet, and then I can dismiss this here. And now I just keep an eye on my wallet and wait for that additional Bitcoin to come in. You can also see that there's a transaction history in this wallet as well. You'll notice that I did some test transactions yesterday. All right, and now you can see that that Bitcoin has arrived in my Arculus wallet. All right, so you might be wondering, all right, now that it's in my wallet, now what, right? Well, you can just keep it in your wallet long term if you want to. But a lot of people want to know, well, how do I get it back out of the wallet? So I'll show you how to do that. So if I go back over to Coinbase, and I go back to the home page, notice I have these buttons at the top. There's a receive button. I can tap that receive button, but I'm indicating to them that I would like to receive some cryptocurrency from an outside source. In this case, I want my Coinbase account to receive Bitcoin that I'm sending from my own wallet. So the first cryptocurrency that comes up is not Bitcoin. So I'll just go down there to the bottom where it says OMG and tap. Right, and then I get the choices for the other assets that are available for deposit, right? We're going to make a deposit of Bitcoin. So let's tap Bitcoin and get ready, right? So they're giving us the address of the Bitcoin wallet for Coinbase that's associated with my account, right? They say, okay, you want to deposit Bitcoin in your account? Here's the Bitcoin address, right? We're kind of doing the opposite of what we just did. Let's hit copy to get that into our phone clipboard. Let's slide back over to Arculus. And now we're going to do a send. And we'll tap and paste that Bitcoin address that we got from Coinbase, right? We're going to be sending our Bitcoin over to that address. And then we'll tap here to put in the amount. I can use dollars or Bitcoin. So I could say, 0.001 Bitcoin, if I want to do it that way. Or I could just go over to the US dollar side and say, I want to send $40 worth of Bitcoin out of my wallet back over to Coinbase, right? We'll hit done there. And now I just need to hit that send button. But there's a step that we need to authorize the transaction, and that is providing the private key for a digital signature. So I'm going to show you how that works. All right, so the last step is going to be to hit the send button. You'll see I've got my card here. I'm right-handed. So I'll have the card ready. Basically what we're going to do is touch the card to the back of the phone when it asks us, right? And basically what you'll want to do is kind of do a tap and hold. You need to hold the card up to the phone for a couple of seconds for it to make the connection, right? So let's hit send. I'll enter my PIN code, right? And now the last step is to hold the card up to the phone. All right, so I'll move the card up to the phone, hold it there for a second or so, and the funds go out. All right. Now notice here that I'm holding the card pretty close to the top of the phone, right? So basically just move the card up to the back of the phone and hold it there for a few seconds, and then you'll get that authorization. All right. And then when you're done, we'll go back to the home screen, and you can see that the Bitcoin has been sent out of the wallet back to our Coinbase account. All right, and now I can switch back over to my Coinbase account and just wait for the Bitcoin to come in. If we tap on Bitcoin and go back to that same wallet interface, you can see there that I sent some Bitcoin out earlier, right? We saw me do that. And then I also have another alert that says that I have a pending Bitcoin deposit, or I'm receiving Bitcoin. Now, it does take a little while for a Bitcoin transfer to confirm on the Bitcoin blockchain, but just be patient. It might take a few minutes, and you'll have that Bitcoin available in your Coinbase account to trade. Let's say you want to sell that Bitcoin for US dollar and make a withdrawal to your bank, or you want to trade that Bitcoin for Ethereum or some other coin, right? You'll be able to do that once the deposit has confirmed on the blockchain. All right, so there you go. It's not that difficult to move crypto in or out of your Arculus wallet. But, you know, the whole key to the Arculus wallet or the standalone Bitcoin wallet is mid to long-term storage, right? You're basically putting your Bitcoin somewhere where you have control of it. And that's the beauty of a self-custody wallet. All right, now that I've shown you how to send and receive Bitcoin from the Arculus wallet, I can also show you how to enable other cryptocurrencies, right? We can tap on these up in the top left corner. There's another settings icon. We can tap that. And here is where we can enable other coins. So if we wanted to enable Ethereum wallet, we could tap that and click apply. And there you see I've got an empty Ethereum wallet just waiting for me to make a deposit. Right? And we can do more than one at a time. Like I can do XRP and link and say basic attention token and then tap apply. You can enable them all if you want to, if you plan on managing all of these different cryptos. And then you can disable them just as easily, right? You can go up here and disable BAT and click apply. You can even disable the Bitcoin if you want, right? You can disable the Bitcoin and it looks like it's gone, but it's basically just hidden, temporarily. The Bitcoin wallet is still active. There's still a balance in there. All you have to do to get it back is just re-enable Bitcoin, and the wallet is back along with your balance. So you can choose how you want to manage these wallets on and off, right? And if you deposit and transfer Bitcoin in and out of them, you can always hide them as well so that someone looks over your shoulder. They can't see all of the crypto that you're managing in this app, right? Now, there's another feature that I thought that might be interesting to show you when you're transferring crypto. Perhaps you're somewhere where there's a QR code for an address. Like, for example, if you're on the web page for Coinbase and you want to make that deposit from your wallet, you can just go to receive and notice that QR code there. You can take advantage of this. It makes it much easier to get a Bitcoin address using a QR code. So if we go over to our Arculus wallet and we go into our Bitcoin account or wallet, and then we want to do a send, notice there that on the to field, there's a little icon over on the right side for enabling the QR code scanner. You can just scan the Bitcoin address from your phone to autofill that Bitcoin address. Makes it a lot easier than doing that cutting and pasting, sliding back and forth stuff, right? Makes it really easy to get a Bitcoin address. You might be doing it with yourself to your own account, right, in front of your computer. But as time goes by, there may be more and more Bitcoin QR codes available for sending Bitcoin. Like a coffee shop might have a Bitcoin address where you can use Bitcoin to pay for coffee or something of that nature. Or you've met somebody at a meeting or a get-together and you want to send them Bitcoin, and they can set up their wallet and show you their QR code, and you can send them Bitcoin directly. So the QR code comes in really handy when it comes to sending and receiving Bitcoin, and it's fully supported in the Arculus wallet. So I've given you enough to get you started. If you have any questions about anything I did, please throw them up in the comments and I'll do my best to get them answered. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I would appreciate it. When you subscribe, there's a little bell that you can click that will allow you to be alerted whenever I post new content. Once again, thanks for joining me and hope to see you again soon.